Three, three into the four. It's positive vibes, maybe. Hey guys, I'm one half of the dynamic team. I go by the name they call Dash, and this is PVM. About to be joined shortly by my brother, my partner in crime, and my main man, Jeide A-Track. And tonight we got a good one for y'all tonight. Tonight's topic is three. It's actually three topics in one. And I'm actually going to write one half of those equations up in the timeline for you guys to check in. So as you enter the chat room, you'll be able to know or have a sense of what we're feeling to discuss tonight, because it's going to be a good one. But before we even get into tonight's shenanigans, and let me clear up the way I'm talking, Also, let me adjust this book so it's a lot easier for me to type on the screen, because I'm already having difficulties with this thing for no apparent reason. But before we get into any more about what we're talking about tonight, we first got to give our condolences to the victims of last night's shooting on South Street in Philadelphia. To my knowledge, it was 3 dead, 12 or 13 injured. So we send our love, our prayers, our wishes to anyone that was involved, anyone that may have been affected, to those who've been injured, and to their family. So honestly, guys, let's put the guns down. We got to find a better way of handling altercations. You guys gotta learn how to have conversations. Like, really, that's where we at with it all. And people, we just gotta get better. The gun violence in Philadelphia, I believe I looked at the newscast last week and they were saying the homicide rate is at its highest in years. So come on, like, what we doing? It's summertime. People want to live life. We've been locked up and quarantined for the last couple years. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy life. Let's appreciate life. If nothing else, the quarantine should have showed you to appreciate life. So let's put the guns down and let's enjoy summer. Now let's get back into tonight's shenanigans. Before we get too far into the mix, I'm gonna send out a few requests to people I think may enjoy tonight's festivities. To those that's already into the room, what's up? What's the vibes? How are y'all enjoying y'all weekend? What are y'all into? What's the vibes? What's the energy? What is going on? I know tonight we got game 2 of the NBA Finals going on. Boston Celtics, Golden State Warriors. Get your FanDuel ready. If you guys need any betting advice, I'm going to give you this little tip, because tonight I'm going all in on Golden State. Got Draymond Green getting 8+ rebounds. Steph Curry with 30 points. Klay Thompson with 20 points. Jordan Poole with 20 points. Oh yeah, I'm feeling the Warriors tonight. I'm thinking they tie up the series. Fuck Boston. That's really how I feel. I'm a Sixer fan. So what else do you expect from the kid? But now that I got my little sports take out the way, definitely want to put you guys on some new music to listen to. Oh, before we even get into that, I got smoothies and juices on sale. Fly 'em Out Catering, officially June 10th, 2022. I'm selling smoothies. I'm selling juices as well from fresh fruit. Plenty of toppings to go up in it to mix up. I got your smoothies for your weight loss. I got your smoothies for your weight gain. So tap in, check in the vibes, Get something good for your soul, your body, your mind, and your everything, Let the chef take care of you. I got y'all. But that's going on. So June 10th. I'm sorry, guys. My camera is really fucking up right now. Trying to give me some trouble early on the show. But that goes live June 10th. Got a few reels out now promoting a couple of smoothies I'm presenting. But you guys also have your choice of the letter. So the menu officially go out sometime at the end of this week. Probably more likely than Friday. It'll come out and have all the listings for all the toppings. You can mix and match. I even have it organized so you can mix and match between the items you want to take for weight gain or weight loss. For just enjoyment or, just living a healthier lifestyle. So definitely tap in. you know, eat healthy. So before that, I see my man Jeide up in here, so I'm gonna send him that request, and we can get tonight's show going on. So, guys, I also got one half of the equation at the bottom of tonight for the topic. So feel free to answer that at any point throughout the show. We'll answer it throughout the show as well, and then honestly, we'll touch on more to when we get to it. So tonight's topic. Well, I'll wait till Jeide gets on before I actually introduce why we have tonight's topic, but. It's good, guys. It's good. I figure with the summer being here, you know, honestly, you know, hot girl summer, hot city boy summer, you know, everybody. Honestly, it's this point of the year that people relationships really start to fester. You know, you start seeing so many ladies out here looking all good. Ladies, you start seeing the gentlemen looking all sexy with the shirts off, and you know, emotions run high. You know, hormones take over. Jeide, what's good with you, friends?
Color right now. Hold on, let me clean my camera. I think it's a little. I think it's a. There we go. I knew it. But I'm chilling though. You know what I'm saying? God is good. Life is good. Doing laundry right now. Getting my playing around with some colors on the canvas. You know what I'm saying? A little R&R. You know what I mean? I'm smooth. How you living?
Oh, I'm chilling. You know, I'm chilling. Today's been a good day. Did some cooking, made a couple smoothies. Got a consistent first client before we even went live. So that was even dope. You know, like the reels is working. Like it was just like, look, I know you're not official yet, but sign me up. Like, and I need one tomorrow. So I'm just say less. You know, say less. Like we in the mix with it. But I got to make the family some breakfast, you know, so they enjoyed that. It was good, you know. Like to see the smiles on their face. And I had some dope conversations. Today been chill. A lot of R&R, you know. Not too much work, just a lot of rest, relaxation, doing things I enjoy. You know, find peace in that, you know. Find a peace in that. So shout out to Kang who just entered the room. You know, gotta give our brother a congratulations because yesterday he put on a car show for the 10th anniversary of the car edition in Philadelphia, right off Germantown Avenue. You know, shout out to King putting events together, looking like the man. You know, I was proud to just be there in attendance with him. You know, seeing people show my brother some love, like. Had the cars out, had the old school whips, you know, had the old G's whipping them Johns. Like, you know, it was a fun event. Like, real chills, real laid back, real nice, real summertime vibes. Like, you know, so that was needed for the soul. And it was just good to see my man, like, in his zone, like, in his space, doing his thing. And then seeing people from all walks of life give him love in the process. Like, that's dope. That's dope. It's rare when you get to see your friends, you know, receive that love, and it just, I don't know, put a little extra, like in you when it's the people you rock with the hardest, and you see people showing them love, it'd be like, yeah, love to see my niggas on top. So you was going in and out on me, Jeide. I don't know if that was here.
Yeah.
Say something. Yeah, now I can hear you.
Whoa. Hey man, that's a super fact, man. We here to make sure that the family stays successful and the family grows and grooms successfully. You know what I'm saying? And us.
And shout out to Juice, you know. First time linking up with Juice, got the dab in with him, you know, like share some story. Yo, me and him wound up having like a 2-hour conversation off first meet. Like that was dope as shit. Like, and that's rare. Like
He good, real shit. He good. Shout out to Juice. Juice is real good.
yeah, no, real shit. Like real shit. Like it's rare when I tap in and meet a person off first meet, and I'm just like, oh, I fuck with you. Like, and the chemistry is like organic. Like, where we were just flowing in conversation. Like, I looked up. I was actually in the middle of texting when we started the conversation, and the conversation got so good. I picked the phone up, but God, I was in the middle of a text and mid conversation. I was like, I forgot to respond back to that. I see the time. I'm like, damn, 2 hours I went by. Like,
Real man.
so that's real. That's real.
Out to the family for real.
Yeah. So let's get into it. You said what?
This high-five shit is no joke, y'all.
No, this is a family. This is family for real. Like, we share stories about you, share stories about Jeide, Quick, Murph, you know, about each other. Like, it was good. It was good. Like, it was good for the soul. It was good for the spirit. You know, just bonding, like, over little stuff and, like, professional stuff. And just seeing, like, different similarities in how we view and attack different ideas. Like, it's like, all right, you know what? It's good. It's good from the perspective of seeing someone mind work similar to mine. It's like, and it's just like, oh, okay, okay. I know I'm not really crazy now. Like, now I know, like, somebody is thinking along the same lines as I think, or seeing a world similar to how I see it. You know, it provides like this little comfort, you know, that's needed at times. So let's get into the shits. Let's get into the shits. You know, like, so this topic was created. Well, actually, shout out to King, because me and him was having a little conversation a few days ago where the nature of the conversation was created. And it was created in three folds, like I told you on like I told you on the phone when we had our chat yesterday. You know, like it was created threefold. So the first fold was created when me and him we were just having a simple conversation about dating. You know, just being single, dating, how relationships unfold and manifest, especially during this time. And we both got to the part where we were sharing stories about how we kind of did like some fuckboy shit, you know, in our earlier days. And I shared with him the time where I broke up with a girl right as the summer began because I wanted to be with my niggas. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to live life. Honestly, in my head, it was just like, yo, I'm about to be out in the streets all the time with my boys. It's going to be girls all over the place. Of course, they're going to be showing me love, you know, because I am me. Now, it didn't unfold that way throughout the summer. Like, the ladies weren't on me as I proceed, but we talked about like how you could be young-minded in that time and you just start seeing all the flavors and all the selection, and like life takes over. You start seeing the grass being greener on the outside, and I didn't appreciate what I had at the time, so I let it go by, you know. But as you get older, you kind of check to yourself and be like, okay, this is important as opposed to this. But those natures still arise every summertime because, you know, when the ladies pull out with the sundresses, your hormones take over. Like we men at the end of the day, like when you see something nice in the street, you know what I'm saying, your head gonna creep back a little bit. Like, okay, girl. Now you might be solidified in your relationship where you might not say nothing, and then in other situations you might say something. And like me and Chef started getting to the conversation where you do say something, or maybe you don't say something, but maybe you with your spouse and they might pick up a certain energy. So that kind of led to another aspect of the conversation where I shared with her aspects of relationships I had where my spouse might get jealous or feel insecure about the outfits I'm wearing because it's drawing so much attention from the opposite ladies, or because she feels like I'm laying a drip on too much. Nah, you can't go out looking like that. Like, now I got too much competition, and I was asking him, is that rooted from jealousy, or is that just something that's just organic in relationships, like maybe like a healthy facet? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, Jeide. When I was younger, I thought that was like a healthy aspect as far as like I wanted my girl to feel that way. You know, like it was times I threw on some shit that I knew she was gonna bug out about because it got a reaction from other ladies, but I knew like it was gonna get a certain reaction out of her, and I wanted that reaction. Like I honestly used to seek that in it because that's when I knew I was killing it. Like, and I was just like, oh, now she about to be really feeling your boy today. But as I get older, I don't know if that's creating more of an insecurity and creating more trouble for myself than it is helping, you know. So, you know, give me your take and we'll start diving in from there.
It's an interesting topic about that. That
Can't hear you.
we're gonna do it like this then, because I'm charging on the battery. So
Oh yeah, that's better.
I know. I figured it out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do it like this. Shout out to Frankie Got a Plan. Much love on that, brother. So I figured it go like, it comes from a place of women trying to figure out what's the energy for, what's the energy about. You know what I mean? Like, why are you putting forth this type of energy towards your outfit, especially if the lady is, see, here's the thing. Niggas, and some women get this fucked up too. When you a couple, when you link with somebody in that sense, when y'all go out as a unit. It shouldn't be one person outflying the next person. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all move as one. So if my lady fly, I'm fly. If I'm fly, my lady fly. So if my lady chilling and I decide to throw on some fly shit, of course, like the imbalance is going to ask for the question, like, what you doing? Like, we just going here, like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, even if y'all going out, y'all could be going out to the club and shit. You know what I'm saying? If your lady ain't throwing it on, and you decide that you want to go all full garbed out, top to bottom, your woman gonna be like, yo, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you with me. You know what I mean? It shouldn't matter. Look, let's keep things all the way funky, right? A woman that respects anybody, we ain't even gonna say a woman. Anybody that truly respects somebody in a relationship ain't gonna really try to test it. And if they do try to test it, they doing it so that they can intentionally find a weak point. It ain't because something pure about it. Oh, I'm purely attracted to this person. Maybe this person will just so happen to leave the significant other that they're with, and they'll find me. That's that bullshit Disney bullshit. That's that bullshit Disney bullshit. You feel me? Whenever you in a relationship, the real ones, they salute that, acknowledge it, and they keep that shit pushing. The minute you show chinks in the armor and shit like that, or you got motherfuckers around that want to try to poke chinks in the armor, they don't respect your shit. So, with that in mind, you have to think, and this is for women or men, why am I going to try to outfly my significant other? What energy am I looking for? What attention am I looking for out there that will compensate or make me feel any type of way as opposed to the energy of the person that I chose to share this portion of my life with, if not for the rest of my life? You know what I mean?
I feel you on that. Now, I'm gonna hit you with another dynamic. What if you aren't really trying to really throw it on, but your lady is still hitting you with that question like, yo, what you doing? Why are you wearing that? Because I must tell you, there's been times where I thought I was chilling. Like, real laid back, cool. And my lady hit me just like, oh, no, you're not wearing them. Like, it was a few times. All right, even in my last relationship, I'm going to use for instance. There's a few times in my last relationship, last summer, for instance. You know, I was wearing the white beaters a lot, like, last year. So, one day I threw the white beater on with some shorts. She was just like, oh, where you going with them shorts on? And I was just like, what you mean? It's hot as shit outside. I'm about to go to the store. Like, she was like, no, not with them drawers on. Like, nah, they drawing too much attention to your dick there, your dick area. Like, you're not gonna wear those. I was just like, wait, what? But for me, they was chills. Like, it was one of my favorite pair of ball shorts. So, how would you finesse that situation? You know,
Where you fucked up as because you showed so much flesh up top. That's where you fucked up.
I should throw a shirt on.
No, you should have threw one of these on. Look,
long sleeve.
Ball shorts, tube socks, minimum flesh, crew neck. Can't be a nigga. Nah, real shit though. Look, real time.
I can't do it, Jeide. It'd be too hot.
It's a ratio. It's a ratio. Look, niggas know what it is. Women know what it is. Like, it's beyond summertime. Like, if you really about this, want to get well, want to look good, want to feel good type shit, it come with the perks of looking good, man. It is what it is. So if you want to wear the ball shorts, man, you got to compensate with something, man. It's like, you want to wear ball shorts and white beaters, my nigga. You already 70% skin. You already 70% skin, my nigga. Only thing missing is dick, ass, and chest. You know what I'm saying?
It's the summer, Johnny. You gotta show a little skin. And see, I'm gonna give you a little view into my ideology. My thing is, I already know she gonna wear something scandalous, you know, like. And as a man, you kind of know. Look, it's only but so much you can say to your lady about what she wearing, because if you have too much of an issue with what she wearing, it's a liable chance that you gonna be watching her with a new nigga wearing what she want to wear. Like, so like they'll give you like some play. Like if you feel a certain type of way, a lady will fall back and be like, you know what, maybe I'm doing a little too much. But if you trying to control her outfit, be like, yeah, you know, you wear too much skin, you know, you showing off too much leg, you got the arm showing off too much. I just see the dudes just drooling, looking at you, you know. I gotta take that one for the team, Juddy. I gotta just suck that up.
I don't know. I say to a degree, because the same shit apply with women too. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Flag me. Same shit apply to women. If you're a woman, or if you're a woman and you in a relationship, and you decide that you want to couple some booty shorts that show just the tip of the ass cheek hanging out with some cleavage, all arm showing, you're doing too much. Stop playing with me. You're doing too much, and you know you're doing too much. It ain't even about that whole it's hot. Listen, there's shit that you can wear that's less revealing. You showing half your ass crack. You know what I'm saying? You already showing the cleavage. Now listen, women, I get it. You can't help when it comes to the cleavage showing. I get it. It gets sweaty in that motherfucker. I get it. Trust me. You show the cleavage. I get it. You ain't got to do too much. You could do the cleavage. You could do some yoga pants if it's like that. Do some breathable yoga pants. I'll be able to live with that shit. You know what I mean? I get it. But if you're showing all that much skin, 60% to 70% skin and up is too much skin to be shown if you want a relationship. Let's keep things all the way funky. Let's keep things all the way funky, because that's when you get into positions now where the other person, it ain't got shit to do with insecurities. What it has to do is with how other motherfuckers react to it, and then what you gotta do to it. You know what I'm saying? How you gotta respond to it. So look, it's cool. If I'm out, God forbid, my lady, cleavage, ass cheek out, and I decide not to say anything, nigga come up to me and say, hey, your woman is gorgeous. I gotta eat that. Now that's respectable, so it's easy to eat that, right?
Yeah, I was about to say that's easy.
Until we walk past some other motherfuckers that don't got the same type of mannerisms and they wolf calling them and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing as far as a nigga acknowledging something that looks good to them. It's just how they respond to it. And I gotta wear whatever that comes with. I gotta wear it. So it ain't, look, relationships ain't always about one person. That's the other thing that motherfuckers get fucked up about this shit. A true relationship about compromise. You can't escape that shit. You can't escape that shit. A true relationship about compromise, man.
Yeah, and I actually like the way you like that, because I'm gonna use that to segue into our next segment of the topics, cheating, and that's where the biggest thing come in, especially as the summer enters. You start seeing so many options, and sometimes you can't help but cheat. And I actually had a conversation with a homegirl this week where she told me she's at this phase of life, like where she'll cheat on her mate just to keep the peace. Now, I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm gonna walk you through the conversation. I'm gonna walk you through her ideology with it too, because her mindset was a woman can be just like a man, and just fuck someone and just get it off, and that's hence why we got the bottom question down there, And she said, there's a lot more women, especially nowadays, that have the same feelings or move similar to men, where it's not even about the emotion sometimes. Sometimes it's merely the interaction of sex and just busting a nut. So her thing was, why would I upset the home, break up something good I had with this man when I just want to, to get a scratch? Something that in her mind, she figured he probably is doing himself, unbeknownst to her. And that's what hit me. And I was just like, are we at this phase in our life where like we're trying to anticipate someone's cheating? Because, like, really, do you really kind of want that type of mate? Or do this, like, fucked up. Okay. So you give me your ideology, and I'm going to fix this technical difficulty I'm having over here.
It's bullshit. That's my ideology. JJ Star, what's going on with you, love? Carpe DM215, what's going on with you, love? And Frankie got a plan, said, huh? That's how I feel, huh? Fuck out of it. That shit. Look, heal, sweetheart, heal. You know what I'm saying? HEAL, heal. Because ain't no healthy relationship predicated upon trying to respond to something that ain't happened yet. Ain't no healthy relationship predicated upon trying to respond to something that ain't happened yet. The whole thing is supposed to be about being in the present, about being in the now. The fuck
but we know people
that don't even make fucking sense. Like, you gonna cheat first so that you don't feel hurt because of what could possibly be a cheating situation based upon something that you don't even know about?
Yeah. All right. So cheat, but with the sense of it's not necessarily cheat. Like, you're not looking to cheat, but when something comes across your eye, you know, that you can't help but want to dive into, then yeah, in that instance, you are cheating. You know, you following me?
Nope.
So, all right. So I'm gonna give you an example. So let's say for instance, you and we're in a relationship, Jeide, and we're happy, we're healthy. You know, things are going marvelous. You know, like, but I'm downtown. You know, and something good comes walking past my direction that catches
Better
my
than me?
attention.
Better than me?
Yeah, I'm a thought, Jeide. I'm a thought in this situation. Well, I got
nobody, ain't none better than me. No.
I got thoughtless ways. I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a cheater at times. Well, I'm not a cheater, but I have cheating tendencies. We all have cheating tendencies. Because that's another part of cheating I wanted to tap into. But let's get off today. I see something that catches my eye, something that catches my attention, strike up a conversation interesting. Now I'm aroused. And I want to fuck the shot this person, so I do it. But that's all it is. I get my nut off, and you know, once we done, I'm just like, you really don't do nothing for me, and I'm missing my baby at home. You, I come home to you, you know, you don't know what I did, but I'm still pouring my heart into you. I'm giving you all my love. I'm giving you all my affection. Unbeknownst to you, I just cheated. You know, is that cool if that happens, like, let's say once every 10 years, you know, like, let's just say I was bored with our sex life and that just gave me a little flair to be like, you know what, let me try something different, you know. How about, you still on the, nah, that's bullshit tip?
Nah, that's bullshit tip. I tell you why. If it's that real, if the itch is that real that needs to be scratched, you'd holler at your significant other before you put that dick in it. You'd be like, hey, babe, look, I'm feeling some temptation. I see some kitty. I'm going in for the kill. Before it even go down. See, where motherfuckers fuck up at is they want to go and have all these excuses for why they slipped up and fucked up, when the only thing that is required is communication. Niggas don't like to lose. That's the thing. Niggas don't like to have in their head that they lost something. And with a true relationship, you got to be open enough where it's not always about you having the power. If you feel like you got that, you got to get that woman or that whatever to scratch that itch. And if you think you get, holler at your girl. Let her know beforehand. And see how that relationship turned out. You might be surprised. Or you might fall into the same shit that you know that you shouldn't be doing, and the response that comes with it. Because, you know, if you think that you're going to be doing some shit behind closed doors and never get caught, that shit is never the case, bro. That shit is something's going to come out. Either your energy going to switch up, either that motherfucker don't got a closed lip, and motherfucker going to be feeling they self and talking, oh, yo, this dick was crazy, da-da-da-da. Motherfuckers talk, man.
Oh, yeah, people. I know. You heard the Kim Kardashian story? That's how she got hooked on Pete Davidson. She said a word around Hollywood was my man had that BDE, that big dick energy. You know what I'm saying? Pulled up on Kim. Well, he didn't even pull up on Kim K. She pulled up on him. But that's how it be. And that's kind of getting more so into the third aspect of tonight's equation. So we're going to get back to this cheating, but since you kind of opened up that door, I want us to just, you know, continue walking through about Oh, actually, before we do that, I'm gonna hit these
Mm-hmm.
comments up first, and then we'll tap into the third aspect of things. So, how you pronounce this? This is Carpe Diem, Carpe Diem, 215.
Carpe 215. Yeah, yeah.
Said, "Fuck out of here. You better go on ahead and get it up." Looking at that sundress that works down the street, bring that good wood home to me. Oh yeah, Kira is fine. Okay, perfect. I love that. I like the name, Kira. So Bouquet, Lishay, welcome to the room. Frankie got a plan. Said, dick pics for who? Ain't nobody seeing this penis except you and wait, creep you in my shower.
I can't see it. I can't. They're not letting me scroll, so you gotta hold it down.
Oh, and yeah, I kind of figured that Instagram be on that BS tip with it. And honestly, that's the only ones referring to this conversation right now at this point. So, um, going into the third facet of the topic, bringing a partner into the relationship, and that's what I wanted to bring to you because that actually was a conversation me and someone I had this week had, and she asked me like, would I be open to that in my next relationship? And honestly, I couldn't even give an answer at the time because like younger me would have been like, yeah, let's bring let's bring another woman up in here. That's perfect. 33-year-old me sees things much differently. So like when I heard it, obviously I'm a man, so I get aroused because just initially you think with your dick. But like quickly, it was just like, yeah, but that's a lot. Like that's a lot on both of us. Like, and what am I exactly signing up for? Like, what all is that entailing? Is this girlfriend going to be a permanent fixture? Like, is the three of us in this relationship, or is this someone we interswapping on a monthly, yearly, or however we want to set the schedule up? Am I fucking her? Or is it just you girls? Are you girls like having a whole relationship? Because that was another thing. Because I was just like, you can have sex, and that's why we got the question down there, guys. And this is how I'm gonna interchange the two. Because I've always felt I can have sex with anybody, and not necessarily develop feelings just because of sex, unless the sex is continuous. But I've had relationships with people where I've developed them emotionally, and they meant more to me than some of my interactions were physically. You know, and honestly, a good portion of the girls that became like girlfriends, they came from that space of like we had an emotional connection, we built through that, we got to know each other as friends, and then that just matured into a relationship, as opposed to me being like, yo, I'm fucking the shit out of you, and I'm just not gonna let this pussy go. Now I have had moments where I've had that, like where I've been in the pussy, I've been getting it, having it my way, and it got so good where I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna make a relationship out of this because I just don't want to let it go. And those relationships quickly festered off, like, because we had nothing in common besides sex. Like, and after you done fucking, it's just like, well, now we just staring at each other because emotional ties, those are dangerous to me. So that's why I'm gonna ask this. Well, I want your opinion. How you feel about adding a third person to your relationship? Whether, well, I keep it female because we guys, unless you want to entertain the idea of a man. Because for me, that's just a no go. Like that's just, I don't care. Like fuck you, girl. Like there's plenty of women out here. Like I'm just not the guy for you at that point. Because I'm Michael Blackston with it. There's no need for any more than my dick up in this relationship. Like my dick will suffice. Like, but I want to hear your opinion with it. Like about bringing the third person in. And for cheating, I want to know: Do you consider cheating worse from the sense of you just having sex with no emotional attachment, or you develop that emotional attachment but you haven't had the sex?
Well, I could kill that question real quick. Both. You know what I'm saying? That's straight the fuck up. Ain't no one without the
I
other.
mean, what's worse though to you? Like, what's like, yo, you just really just disrespected me. Like, I can't even fuck with you. Like,
I mean, if we're gonna keep things all the way funky, what's worse will probably be the connection, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand the ego that's in. I understand the ego that's in connection with, you know what I mean, my woman, my lady, you know what I mean, the body that I share, you know what I'm saying, that when we intimate, we talk our shit, you know what I mean? Oh, that's mine, this is yours, this, that, and the third. I understand. I understand the hurt that come with it when somebody intrudes in that sense. But man, nothing hurt more than having your connection or what you thought was your connection being impeded upon by that person reestablishing the connection with somebody else, and then you ass the fuck out. And that shit hurt worse than somebody just like fucking or even if they consciously decided to get a body of somebody and they're just like, look, I made a mistake, I want you or whatnot. I feel that's just me. I feel like I can work with that way more than I can work with somebody who's building the connection. Because connections, you know how hard it is to break a connection? Like a connection.
all
Connections
right,
for back, nigga. You know what I mean? Bodies can die. You could put a body 6 feet down. That shit ain't gonna come back. Connections, nigga? Connections might fuck around, come back, bite you in the ass. But as far as the other question, however, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool, man. Like it's just too much, man. I don't really like having too many people up in my business anyway. So let alone having too many people that I gotta deal with in a sense that we all gotta work in a certain accordance with our intimacy, with our everything. It's just too much for me, man. Like I'd rather just pour into one person. I ain't got time for me to be pouring into multiple people, honestly. You know what I mean? I really don't got time for that shit. I feel like me personally, once again, this is me personally, I feel like the more hands in the cookie pot, the harder my hand gonna be to pull out when I get my cookie. Fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Too many hands in the cookie pot only gonna mean it's gonna be a whole bunch of bacteria and germs on my favorite cookie. I'm cool.
I feel you on that. So Kira got a comment too. She says, "Sex is worse. You can develop an emotional attachment to people without crossing that line." And then she got the emoji face with the closing eyes and the, you know, the big binocular eyes. So I like how you took that, Jeide. And Kira, I'm gonna disagree with that facet because honestly, Jeide, I'm with you. The connection scares the fuck out of me, especially if you aren't crossing that line. Because to me, that's telling me like, oh, you really almost love this person. Like y'all really got something here. Like where like you really aren't doing it just because you don't want to start that off on the wrong foot, and you don't want the karma fucking up this relationship. Like that to me is scarier because in my mind it's just like, oh, I'm out of here. Like it's really just a matter of how you gonna wrap things up with me, and you know, like, and once y'all ready to make whatever situation work, y'all gonna make that work. I'm out of here. Like,
You know what? I gotta add something. I have to add a caveat because shout out to Kara. She just made me think about this, and your response made me think about this too. We also got to throw in the adjectives of what constitutes what type of sex as far as the physicality in the cheating. If we talking about tantric sex, I'm gonna be hurt. Oh God, because I've experienced tantric sex. Like that's not just regular sex. You know
oh, I
what I'm
know.
saying? Like,
I had
that's
one girl.
like,
Yeah.
ain't no just here for my nut with tantric. That's different. If we just talking about somebody that A don't know what the fuck they doing, you just so happen to get your nut, or B, y'all motherfuckers just working emotions and both of y'all catch your nut, how y'all catch your nut, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like that I can survive the battle wounds when it comes to that shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But sex is an energetic transfer. Sex is a spiritual activity. You know, the deeper that you go with sexual activity, you know, the more meaningful the sexual act. You know what I'm saying? The more expressive, you know what I mean? The more that the energy might even last and long after the fact. You know what I'm saying? So if it just so happens to be either trash ass sex or just something that y'all was working emotions, y'all almost on autopilot about, I get that. It is what it is. But tantric or y'all was really intimate, like Oh God. Oh God. Oh
Yeah,
God.
see, now that you're saying that, it's put me in a place where, you know, like, I'm like, it's got to be questions asked. Because, like, if you do some shit to the boy that you don't do to me, I'm hurt right there. Like, I ain't going to hold you, Jeide. Like, if I hear some stories, like, you was letting him put you in positions you was fighting me with, oh, like, what? Like that, yo, that's like to the ego, that's to the soul, that's to the everything. Like, you just gotta look in the mirror and just be like, well, damn, like, and honestly, that's probably one of my biggest fears about adding a third person into my relationship, for merging those two, because like that was one of my mindsets. It was just like, well, if I bring that girl up into a relationship, like, you know, what if she leave me for the girl, or what if they have like such girl on girl sex, like, that's just so mind blowing. She just like, you know what? I'm okay with that dick, you know. That's okay. Like, that's a hurt piece. I don't know if I'm ready to sign up for that, especially if I invite that into my own home, you know. Wait, we got some
So
comments.
word said, nah, man with whom I am very close. Without putting too much description into it, it has never been too much description. I'm sorry, without putting too much description to it, pardon me, it has never been sexual, neither physical or conversationally. But everybody, up to and including his girlfriend, knows he's low key in love with me, but never inappropriate.
See that? Yeah. See, I don't know. See, that's to me, that's worse. Like, cause I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that's longing for someone else. You know, like, or in the back of their mind, they just like, damn, I kind of wish I was with such and such. You know, or even holding me to this pedestal of another person, like, that they aren't going to be with, but you're with me, you know, like, that's scary in itself. Like, I don't, if you with me, I just want you locked in on me. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm selfish. Like, I don't want you thinking about no other nigga or what could have been, what should have been, you know. Shit, yeah, it's me. That comment alone just made me petrified to get back into the relationship game. Like,
I'm trying to figure out because if we just talking about he loves you, that's cool. But in love with you,
yeah,
that's a
that's why I
level.
took it as in love. Yeah, low key in love. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a level. That's a
Cause like,
level.
how you low key in love? Like, I don't know how to be low key in love. Like,
First of all, shout out to you, Cara, because you must have some touch.
yeah.
For you to be able to touch a nigga without touching a nigga and have a nigga feeling like that about you, hell, shout out to you, yo. You
So
the real
what's wrong with the bull?
you
What's
the real
wrong with the bull,
MVP.
Karen? That you didn't want to date him. Like, if he low key in love with you, why you ain't pulling from his shorty? If you mind sharing. If you don't share. But like, if you do, I'll let it hear. Cause I want to know her perspective on that too. Like, cause I've been in situations where I've known friends have had crushes on me, but I haven't felt like they were in love with me. You know, like, cause that's different. Like, in love and I got a crush on you is it's two different feels, two different vibes, like two
Shit,
different
you
hurt
talking about you talking about crushes. I'm talking about the use of love
in
versus in.
love.
Like I'm cool with love, but in love, that's some powerful shit. I'm still trying to figure out that one.
Yep,
That,
that's why I said that comment alone made me petrified of being in another relationship again. Because I'm just like, if people walking around in love with someone else and you in a relationship with me, well, we already failed. Like, we don't have a chance of success. Like, nah, for real. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, because, like, we are, shit is not going to work out. Because, like, if we get married and you still holding this person to a pedestal, like, it's going to be issues. Like, because I'm not trying to be no other nigga, you know, and I'm sure he not trying to be me, you know, like, and honestly, I might get to the point where I might start resenting you if I feel like that, you know, like.
you know what? I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
it ain't never happened to me, so I really don't have a perspective to it. I don't have a perspective to it. And that's wild because I like to pride myself as being able to engage in abstract thoughts and even being able to entertain hypotheticals by empathically stepping into certain situations and being able to, you know what I mean, explore the potentialities and such. But for real, man, look forward, man. Like if that was me, God forbid that was me. God forbid that was me.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
gotta have a talk. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. I wouldn't even like give up on the entire endeavor, especially if I love my woman. I wouldn't give up on it. But all three of us got to sit down and talk, man. For real.
About what, Johnny?
Boy, I gotta talk with my girl, and I gotta talk with homeboy in the same room. We gotta have some fucking understanding now. We gotta have some fucking understanding. This can't just be something that I rock with and I'm cool with, and it's just like you come to me with whatever information as far as, oh, you know what, babe, I got 3 dozen roses today by you know who. I'm gonna be heated.
That's what I'm saying. A conversation about what, Johnny? Because I'm thinking to myself, if I'm with this woman, at some point our friends gotta interact with each other. You know, like. Because just because of who I am, I'm just the type of person. I like to have my people around me. I like to have events. I can't see myself openly having someone I know my wife is in love with up in my house, eating my food, drinking my water, you know, and my wife is telling me, it's okay, we're friends. Yeah, okay. I done seen mad best friends fuck, like, shit. I was in a situation where we was considering each other best friends and we were fucking the shit out of each other. Like, nah, not even that in love shit. Nah. See, nah, Jetty. It's nothing I can talk about because, like, honestly, I'm never going to be comfortable enough or feel comfortable enough with those two in a space together. Like, and in the back of my mind is always going to be that question of, well, are you just really just here until, you know, such and such is ready? You know, if they ever present themselves to be ready, what, are you out at this point?
See, that's why I need the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is me.
But, Jenny, people can say a lot of shit in conversations and not back it up with their actions.
People can't say a lot of shit, but
I done had mad ladies tell me, look me in my eyes and tell me, boy, there's nobody else in this world I want but you, and turn around and cheat on me.
That's fine. You say that shit when this nigga in the fucking building, and I got my hand on his shoulder, like, how you doing, buddy? Like, my hands, listen, we need an understanding. I don't even want to hurt you. I just want to know, do you got a 22 pistol or you got an AK-47? I need to know what type of war or what type of understanding of mutuality we have and we are going to be engaging upon from this moment forth. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need to know. I don't want to go to a situation where we having crimpets at a tea shop and I ain't got nothing but a switchblade. Whole time you got a flamethrower. That's not cool, my nigga. Let's keep things mutual. That's all I'm saying. Let me understand what the fuck going on before we get to what's going on. Oh, so shit. Kara said, that's fucked up, though. Why they keep cheating on you, though?
So I'm really talking about one girl, like, and this was just a certain situation. I just keep referring back to it because it's just hitting so many markers within the conversation. So it's not multiple people, but yeah, that situation was fucked up. Like, it was fucked up on multiple levels. I still carry the scars somewhat, you know.
No, I feel that.
I mean, it is what it is. You grow and you learn with life. You know, you start seeing things clearer. You know, it just makes it better for the next situation.
Let me ask you a question, though. This is inspired by Kara's situation. Let me ask you a question. This question also, you know, goes to everybody in the comment section, everybody who's watching as well. If you knew, without a shadow of a doubt,
she was cheating. I'm about to say.
No.
I know how I'm handle that. Like, I know how I'm handle that.
No,
I don't give a fuck connection at all. Like, fuck you in this connection, bitch. Like, my bad. I was in a space and it was just like, whoa.
No, look. If you knew without a shadow of a doubt that your lady had some other person, some other man that was madly in love, but it would never come to sex. You knew, like, however you knew. I don't know if you went to a fucking psychic or homeboy is a eunuch. I don't know, but you knew without a shadow of a doubt that it wouldn't come down to sex, but he was madly in love with your woman. Would that change matters? Would you be cool with your woman still having that person around because of the connection that they shared if you knew that it wouldn't result in sex?
I told you, I got a problem with the connection too. Yeah, fuck him. Like why am I even playing with faith like that and keeping someone that I know my spouse may or may not entertain? You know, that's playing with fire. And then I'm really creating that insecurity in myself, like, because now at the back of my mind, it don't really even matter what she say, you know, because people lie. You know, people are people. You know, like you can't. Sometimes it's not even a lie at that moment because you might have been telling the truth, and just later on down the line, your feelings change. You know, so I can't even see myself putting myself in that type of situation. You know, like if I know, then no, like a conversation really not gonna do too much because if this is someone like you feel like you can't let go of. That's an issue. And then I also don't want to be that dude to be asking you to remove people out your life, you know, because they've been in your life for a reason. Like,
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That's depending on the situation, that's a fair request. That's a fair request. That's a fair request depending on the situation. You know what I'm saying? With every level of elevation, with every new threshold that we walk through, everybody not going to be able to come with it. That's a fair request. Now, if it's to the degree that every single person in your life, your other feels is a threat to the type of time and quality energy and whatnot that she can share with you, like she telling you to cut your brother off. She's telling you to cut your mother off. She's telling you to cut your sister off. She's telling you to cut this person off. Your ex that, you know what I'm saying, which could be reasonable, you know what I mean? Or somebody like your mom, which is completely unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? They're just going ham with this shit. Now it's like, you doing way too much. You need to heal. You need to chill. But if it's somebody where it's just like they just around and the frequency and the types of ways that y'all interacted in the past was something that was non-conducive to the relationship that you're in right now, that's not a proxy, that's auxiliary. That's auxiliary. Now your focus not even there. Your energetic connection or interaction ain't even there no more. So you know what I mean? You kind of gotta ask your question. And I'm saying that from a place of which I've done this in the relationship that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain people that, you know what I mean? My woman made it apparent. I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm not even going to try to argue with this because there's nothing beyond what we had and what we had, the type of relations that we had. It's like, it doesn't make sense for me to persist. Even if it's cool and it won't be that again, why? Because I'm with you now. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, what benefit would that yield for me to have this person in my life if this was the quality of interaction, this was the type of interaction that involved me needing to be this type of person to you. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. Let me hit these comments because they jumping off a lot. So, hold on. So, Kara said, rewind the tapes, bruh. You said many women, and I felt that was an indictment of all women. Okay, my bad, because I when I share my stories, I share from a sense of me and people who share stories with me, like personally. I try not to put names, but if they, like I have experience or I know a situation they might have been into, I refer it as first person, like it's coming from me. So Frankie said, you got to replace that connection with me. And then Kira said, LOL, okay. But if it's my coworker, how can he avoid it? He gonna dump me because another man also loves me? Question mark.
Yo, don't know. You so- Hey, listen, I've had the pleasure to kick it with Kyra a few months ago. She's a really impactful woman. You know what I mean? Her energy is undeniable. So I get it. I really get it. Like
some situations are fluid, just to answer that, like it's fluid. No, how close are you guys as coworkers? Because there's a difference between being coworkers and being co-workers. Like you gotta work with that person, as opposed to we work in the same building and we choose to interact with each other. As opposed to we really need to work with each other to get said job done each day. It's dynamics, it's situations. I say that as someone who dated the coworker before, from the sense of we were just coworkers. Like she worked in one department, I worked in another, and as our relationship manifested, we found ways to spend more time with each other. And from the sense of I had a girlfriend that we worked side by side with each other, like as cashiers, Burlington Coat Factory. We were cashiers together, so we were side by side with each other every day. And we had the pleasure and the disservice of working with each other throughout our emotions. So the whole job felt when we were at our highest of highs, and they felt when we were at each other's necks, wanting to kill each other. So, and I know how that dynamic was and how uncomfortable it was for everyone around us, especially when we were going through our downtime, especially during arguments. Yeah, it got real. So Kara said we work the same. Oh, cash register there. Oh, okay, yeah. Woo, okay, Kara, you playing with fire. You playing with fire. You playing with fire. Also, shout out to Finn who just entered the room. That's my man from college. My guy. He just did a performance at Caroline's in New York. Just also had his first radio interview, doing his thing in the comedy field. Show my man some love. He funny as hell too. Just wanted to give him his flowers.
Shout out.
Also, wait, Frankie said he was talking to Kara, but the comment I thought was kind of interesting. He said, I don't know though. Intense emotions for me, for my inner circle folks. And that was, yeah, because he was saying that it was an insecurity about about Kara's last comment. Did we read that one though, didn't we? About the coworker. Yes, we did.
Comments, bro.
So yeah, that was my take. We were working side to side together, so it got intense when we were going through things, and that dynamic was real because I know for a fact I had multiple conversations with my bosses about it, where they were even at the point where they got so fed up with us, they were trying to switch our schedules around, where we wouldn't even work with each other anymore. But it was a disservice to the job when we wouldn't work together because we were that efficient at our jobs. So, although they kept playing with the idea, they couldn't really do nothing with it.
You fucking up the money, baby. That ain't good business.
Well, it wasn't my money. It was somebody else's money. It wasn't my job. I mean, it was my job, but it wasn't my company. I didn't have no shares. I was a kid. I was learning and growing. That's why I say that coworker dynamic, when you mess with somebody, that shit is dangerous and it's tricky because you spend so many hours with your coworkers already. So you develop a natural bond with them that sometimes really is just a friendship, but could get masqueraded as something more because of hormones. Especially with the opposite sex, you just in someone else's coworkers I had that were female that sometimes then appeal visually to me the best, but through our connection, their personality made them more attractive, and just being around and just being a guy, being horny at times, just being like, like, damn, I would tap that. And sometimes, that led to that, that flirtatious behavior. I've been a victim to that as far as like I've, had situations where I've, interacted with my coworkers that way. And I had situations and prior relationships where, like they interacted with their coworkers. Like, so it's like a little thin line. That's kind of where the last part of the question was coming from. Like, is it the emotional? Is that cheating worse? Because sometimes it was just an emotional attachment. Like not sexual. It might have been discussed once or twice. It might have been thought of, but it never went there. Like is that cheating more hurtful? Like that was really the gist of today's topic in a nutshell.
I dig it. I put it like this. This is how I feel about that particular question, right? It's a lot of shit that goes on in the human mind. I mean, if everybody were to be judged, tried, jury, execution by the thoughts of their mind, we all going to hell. Straight the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? We all none of us gonna survive this motherfucker. If all of us were judged by the contents of our mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, is what materializes into action. That's me. And it doesn't have that action doesn't always have to be sex. It could be something as you just daydreaming, thinking about somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if it materializes into an action and the roots of this action is because of this person, look, hurt. Like the fuck? Like I'm hurt. Seriously, like I'm not going to try to mask it. I am far too old to be masking how I feel about shit that's real. That is a young person's game. A young person that has a lot of stamina to waste and squander. I don't have time for that shit. If it hurts, I'm gonna let you know. Like, this hurts. Like, this hurts.
And that really comes from just being honest and truthful about what you're looking for, what you need, and what you desire from rip. Like, it's why I keep referencing what you said about your grandma like a few pods ago, when you said, like, she said to you, it's so important at the beginning stages to be mindful and to be careful of how you're laying down the foundation of your relationship. And I keep going back to that within every conversation I have with the opposite sex. Like, that's the first thing that come back to me, and I thank you every time I think of it, because it's true. Like, I keep thinking, just be mindful, allow the foundation to be set. Like, don't rush it, slow it down. Allow the situation the time it needs to see everything clearly. And if I feel like what I'm saying isn't being heard or isn't being computed properly, allow it the time and continue to beat that drum up. No, this is all I'm looking for. If it isn't this, it's not for me. So the comments are going off. I gotta really tap these things before we get too far off. So, the African butterfly, welcome to the room. Kira said, so sex is worse. Then Sexy 69 Chocolate said, emotional is way worse. No. Frankie Got a Plan said, I had a coworker that once had a secret crush on me, but I didn't know that she had feelings for me until she told me, but I shut that down because I wasn't looking. Okay. That African butterfly said, emotional feels more hurtful, but only if they act on it and it leads to a breakup. Then you find out they had an emotional cheat. They were emotionally cheating for a while. Frankie Got a Plan and said, I don't want to be a lady's secret man, whether it's addressed or not. I know, right? I ain't trying to be nobody's secret lover either. Like, shout out to Luther. Like, that's a fire song, but no, I ain't trying to live that out on my day to day. Like, I don't want to be nobody's secret. I want to be all on your socials. I want to be all in your day to day. I want everybody in your life to know who exactly I am. You know, like shit. I want to be so. I want you to be so branded with me. I want when she pull up to places, they be like, "Damn, where's Tay at?"
Nigga, say that shit until you find it hard to breathe, nigga. In moderation with everything.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna allow each other to breathe. Like I said, when she pulled up to places, that was suggesting we weren't together at that moment. They just asking, you know, like we so attached, or they see us as such a unit. You know, when we not together, it's just like, well, damn, it's I not seeing you two together.
Yeah.
You know? I want that vibe. You know, we don't have to be up under each other 24/7, but you know, if we get the chance to spend time with each other for a good part, I would like that. You know, if our career paths allowed it, but at the same time, I still want us to have our separate careers and whatever motivates us individually, because that's going to make us better as a whole. But like if I can have the best of all worlds and that can all connect or whatever, why not? You know. Ideally, my lady gonna be my best friend, so why wouldn't I want my best friend, you know, rocking out with me? I mean, you need breaks from everybody, you know, like that's life, you know. But yeah, like Sexy 69 said, like salt and pepper. Yeah, I want to be the peanut butter to her jelly, the mac to her cheese. You know what I'm saying? The spaghetti. She could be the spaghetti to my meatballs. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting hungry just talking about food stuff and low key getting a little turned on because it's starting to put ideas in my mind of like maybe having the spaghetti on shorty and eating that thing off, you know. Real
Be happy that you have a co-host that not only loves you but is your brother and is done with the crazy like. I'm telling you, because the spaghetti between your meatballs. If this was the early 2000s, that'd be a mad pause. That'd be a wild.
I know we got such in such a place. I don't even be thinking about the pauses no more. I be on my biggie, just saying some wild shit sometimes. Like
I'm fucking with you. Like I said, like it just clicked, and I'm just like, I know what my brother's saying, but I might as well just say this shit because this shit that is a hilarious thing.
Oh man. Yo, so we're coming up on the 68-minute mark, Jeide. So let's go here around this drawing up because it's the coming up tonight and the finals is coming on, and I got to root for Steph Curry to win this game and place my FanDuel bet. You know, try to win me a little something.
Right on.
So before we give our lasting words, you know, shout out to T-Shirt Mercenary, official sponsor for PVM, for buying these beautiful T-shirts for sale. And we got that along with a couple other options as well. So definitely jump in the DM if you want a T-shirt or a sticker or whatever. Merchandise. Look for me for the smoothies and the juicies. June 10th, that's going live. Going to have more reels and menu and everything popping up for you guys. Probably by Friday. But definitely look out for it. The reels, I'll keep posting that all week. But definitely support Black business. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Positive Vibes Maybe. You know, thank you for those that's already subscribed. We appreciate the love and appreciation that you guys take, you know, watching the videos, sharing it, and you know, your commentary, and just tapping in each Wednesday and Sunday with us and sharing your commentary. And Jeide, you know, you can take it over from there. You know.
Oh man, look, my shit pretty simple. You know what I mean? My lasting word is man, look, don't do nothing to your lady that you wouldn't want your lady to do to you. You know what I'm saying? Very simple. Very simple.
Right.
You gotta think twice about whether this is an appropriate action. Just put your lady in your shoes and see that if you follow through with what you feeling at that exact moment, if they did it to you, how would you feel? Before you step forward, just do that. Take a load off. Breathe a little bit. Let that tickle your thoughts a little bit. then you get back to the situation. You know what I'm saying?
I did that. I'm gonna actually follow up that, and I'm gonna say trust. Trust, trust in your lady, trust in yourself. Don't and keep that in mind, and that'll keep you out of a lot of situations of infidelity. Because a lot of times it's the insecurity of, oh, I think my lady doing something, so I gotta do something too. Oh, she look too good, I can't let that go. No, trust in what you build, what you establish. Trust that it's authentic, and that person is going to be as thorough with you as you with them. Typically, our relationships are a mirror of what we give. Like, like they say, a woman just gives you back what you're giving her 10 times fold. So if you're giving her stress, expect that back. If you're giving her love, expect that back. My name is Dash. This has been Positive Vibes, maybe. This is my brother, Jeide A-Track. And will you please join us again Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we, open up another topic of conversation. So pull up a chair, light one, pour your drink, and enjoy the rest of your festivities.